Hey there, welcome to my channel, Any Occasion. My name is Rob, and in this channel I'll be reviewing different non-alcoholic beverages to help you while you explore the space. And today we're going to actually look at a pretty exciting one. This is by Bravus Brewing. It's called Gravitas, and this is Gravitas number 5. Special brew, they put it out seasonally. I had one last year, I had number 4, and now I will try number 5. This is a barrel-aged bourbon stout, non-alcoholic, so pretty interesting concept, but I'm really excited to try it. Last year I tried it, and it was good, don't get me wrong, I liked it. I think I might have a review of it on Untapped, and you can check that out, but it tasted more hazelnutty than it did, notes of bourbon, in a stout. So I'm hoping that this year is a little bit different. There's nothing about this, like there's no nutrition label, and typically that is included on a non-alcoholic beverage. So I don't know how many calories there are, but I will read the note from the brewers. And it says, "What you are holding in your hand represents a true labor of love. Only a small number of bottles are produced each year, and each one is hand-filled and hand-crowned by the master brewers at Bravus. We take pride in crafting Gravitas in hopes you will take pride in enjoying it. From all of us here at Bravus, happy holidays and cheers to you." If you didn't gather, they put it out towards the holiday season, so I'm not sure if they still have it. You can check if they still have Gravitas number 5 in stock. I don't know, I got it as soon as I got the memo. So anyway, beautiful bottle. Let's get into the good stuff, right? That's what you guys are watching. So let's try it out. Now, this has been refrigerated. They say to let it warm up to about 45 degrees to get the full aromatics and flavors, which makes sense. A little bit of a stuffy nose, so that's unfortunate. But let's see if this breaks through. So I'm only gonna pour a little bit. All right. Well, it's got some nice color to it, huh? It's got some carbonation to it. Nice color, thin head. Let's see what it smells like. Ooh, hey now. That's a lot better than last year that I remember. I mean, it's been a year, but wow. It definitely smells like, chocolatey, roasty, very stout-like. And it has notes of the hazelnut, but I did get a note of like the traditional kind of bourbon aromatic you would expect from a bourbon stout. So in the nose, it smells good. It still smells a little hazelnutty to me. I don't know how they make this, but anyway, let's try it. Okay. All right. All right, it's hidden in there is what it is. Here's my 2 cents on it. It's still, so it's good. I'll start with that. But it tastes a little bit like caramelly, hazelnutty, maybe vanilla, which all tastes good, don't get me wrong. But there's a very distinct bourbon sense that I'm looking for. And honestly, I think I got it, switched it around in my mouth a little bit, and I think it released some of maybe the bourbon notes that I'm used to tasting. And by that I mean what I suggest and what I encourage is people who like bourbon and want that smell back. I just usually get barrel-aged bourbon coffee. They let the beans hang out in the cask for however long, and it absorbs all the smell, and it smells great. And that's a true reminiscence of bourbon notes. This, you could definitely tell it's artificial, right? They put in some flavoring in there. I don't know. I think it's a little bit in there. I think it's an improvement on last year. On a scale of 1 to 5, I don't know. For how it's marketed, for what you actually get, what they deliver on, and this is, I mean, no offense to Bravus, I'm sure this is really difficult. I'm sure they put a lot of time and effort into this, so this is not a slight at the brewers by any means, because I've tried brewing non-alcoholic beer. It is not easy. You know, I don't know. If I'd probably give it a 4, and here's why: because the flavor, it tastes good, right? And this is a really difficult thing to do in the non-alcoholic world. Um, and the only thing I can reference that against is, like I mentioned, the coffee. Typically, my go-to is I'll brew a pot of coffee. I usually get Clout. There are a couple other brands you can look at them, and they've got the different whiskey flavors that they soak, or they let the beans sit in those casks, and they're so porous they just absorb all that aromatic, and it smells really good. It smells like bourbon or whiskey or whatever. um, I tend to cool it down because I like it cold, and I think it helps the flavors at like a room temperature, but I guess probably around this temperature as opposed to hot. So I'm referencing it against that. That I would give a 5 for if you're like seeking out that bourbon aromatic. So that's why I would give this a 4, because you can get it, but you have to dig underneath the other flavors, which taste good. So anyway, in an effort to stop rambling about this, it's good. Good job, Bravus. I will get Gravitas number 6 when it comes out next season. I will get it every season it comes out. So anyway, thank you for tuning in. If this is your flavor, if it's still around, check it out. Otherwise, get yourself on the mailing list for the number 6 next year. And yeah, you can find me on Untapped. I'll also leave a review on this on Untapped. I think Gravitas number 4 is on there from last year. And check out my other episodes, plenty of other flavors out there. And lastly, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate your time. And this is a longer video than most, so I'll see you next time.